Hey, what's up, guys? It's TrickerDH. Making this video because it was requested by one of my viewers. He commented on one of my videos who liked my UI. So I'm putting this together for him, and in case anyone else that's seen my videos and wanted to give my UI a try. So I'm going to try to make this short as sweet as possible. There's a lot to get through, and anything that you need to find on the internet, or import as some string in some way, I will put in the description to where you can find it on the internet, or a link to a text document that you can copy and paste and just directly import it. So alright, cool. So let's just go through my UI. Basically, it's really easy. I mean, I just set up things manually, but yeah, I can show you in edit mode here. These are all the things I clicked on. I just moved party frames here now because it's a little bit easier to see. I also have an add-on called OmniCD that tracks each party member's CDs there, the important ones at least. And then yeah, I just made a little box here for abilities. I like to keep it all in one place. And so that's it. And in the description, if you wanted to give this layout a try, I'll be putting the string to import this exact UI layout through the Blizzard, the normal Blizzard UI. I'll put a string of it in the description. So that one's short and sweet, real easy. Don't need any add-ons or anything for that. And I actually recommend that. I know a lot of people like LVUI, but the problem with LVUI right now, at least, and I've tried it, I get around 20 to 30 less FPS with LVUI compared to this. And this is pretty close to LVUI. I mean, it doesn't look as good, but obviously the 30 FPS makes a big difference to me. So depending on what type of computer you have, I mean, that's your call. It's a judgment call. Alright, so now to get into the real order of business. The weak auras. So yeah, I got a lot going on here, obviously. But yeah, basically, so the thing is, and why I was a little hesitant at first to share these weak auras, is only because these two right here, these essentials and this demon hunter one, you kind of have to pay for them or get them from someone that already paid for them from the content creator that made them. So unfortunately, I'm not sure if I can share that, but if you message me in game, StrikerDH, on Alliance Illidan, and we can get a party, I can maybe export it to you. So, and I'm pretty much always on. So, yeah, you can give that a shot. But just to go through why I like these, it's really nice. Yeah, each one of these, I mean, it's just got little bars that tracks everything. And the thing about this too, this essentials one, this is for all classes, every single class. And then when it gets specific to Demon Hunter, that's the second part of it. That's what this is here. So yeah, it's just, it tracks every potential ability as long as you're talented into it or in the right spec. Kind of like this. Yeah, it's got main hand, offhand, swing timer, but it's got the Havoc momentum tracker. Tons of weak auras you can download just by itself to track that. There. It's also a really simple weak aura to make, but anyway. So that's that. Okay, so now for a new weak aura though, I just tried this out 2 days ago. And unfortunately I wasn't able to record any new videos with me using this, but I think me getting this weak aura right here actually helped me a lot with testing my last two big keys, which were a 21 Niku defensive and a 21 Ruby life pools, which, by the way, I did pug both those somehow. Got lucky. But also, I played incredibly well, too. So, yeah, it was a good day yesterday. Anyway, why this one is so great this week, Aura. It has a built-in momentum tracker, unbound chaos tracker, but this is the most important part, because since coming back, I took a big break from Shadowlands Season 2, and I played Demon Hunter then, and Monk, and then, missing 2 seasons and coming back, and just seeing Demon Hunter completely change. The Soul Ren build with throwing your glaives and everything is really throwing me through a loop. At least it did in the beginning, and I would always have troubles with remembering to actually throw my glaive, which was never the case. No one ever really did that except to slow, back in those days, or back in BFA as well. So yeah, this is a Soul Ren tracker. This is an awesome weak aura in my opinion as well. And it also has the Essence Break tracker as well. Like it tracks how long your Essence Break buff will be up on the enemy. So yeah, this one's called DH Dynamic Group, and yeah, it just it updates dynamically and everything. It's great. It tells you kind of what you should be doing next. It also it's not showing here, but it'll also tell you if you're at max glaive stacks. Like if you're sitting at 2 throw glaives, it will tell you to throw a glaive. Just to keep it rolling on CD always. So that's that. That one's it's a small, simple weak orb, but it's honestly been really effective for me. So if you've been encountering the same issues, yeah, check it out. Alright, so this one I had a friend share to me. I actually think I tried this like a few seasons ago, but I had forgotten about it. But yeah, it's really helpful. Dungeon, Rio, and class. So I'll show you how that works. So basically, when you go to LFG, it will tell you the key posters IO, or at least somewhat close to their IO. But that's not the most important part. The most important part is this right here. You can see what classes are already in the key. And so if like you're a DPS, you got high gear, or you're overqualified for a key, and you're like, why won't these guys invite me? It makes no sense. Maybe you're just farming some item that can give you some insight why. Maybe they don't want 3 demon hunters. Who knows? Anyway, so that's that. Nice and simple. This is just a rating add-on. If you're in a semi-serious to serious rating guild, your healers have probably already asked you to download this weak aura. This has nothing to do with keys. This one's just pretty much all about rating, or it is 100% about rating, and the ERT note. So basically, like you see this like string in here. This outputs into a healing note. Here, I'll show you this. That outputs into a healing note, and it tracks up where everyone uses their healing CDs, or just regular CDs in general. And when it's your turn during the fight, your icon to use your raid-wide healing CD will pop up right here, and I'll give you a little timer. So yeah, that one's really good. And I tell you what, if you're in a raiding guild and your healers aren't having to use that, I would highly suggest asking them to see if that's something they'd be willing to try, because I know a lot of times for healers it's hard to remember exactly at what time during the fight, every single pull, when to start your ramp or when to send a CD to keep everyone alive. And being able to do that on a consistent basis on every pull really helps speeds up your pulls. Alright, and next weak aura, this one's just real quick. You can find a bunch of these type of weak auras. It's just a trinket tracker, real simple. I just have a trinket tracker there. Just reminds me that my on-use trinket's ready to use, because sometimes when you get a new trinket, or maybe you got like Puzzle Box or something. I remember when I first got Puzzle Box, I just always forgot to use it. I don't know why. Now I'm used to it, so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, it just tracks it, so kind of nice. And then yeah, then just the regular Vault of Incarnates, you know, weak ore package. You can find that anywhere online. Not a big deal. All right, next one. This one, let's see. This one's real good. All right, I had my buddy Rain share this one with me. It's just a couple nights ago. It saved my life so many times since then. Honestly, it's crazy. This one is Ellesmere's Thundering Affix weak aura tracker. So the main difference with this one is at 5 seconds it'll, you know, shoot off an air horn saying, you know, like basically go clear. But also, I love this circle here. It tells you the amount of time, you know, you're gonna be the amount of time you got left to clear it. So, and then also tracks, you know, just the next thundering right up here in the bar. So really great one there too. And then yeah, I mean, just for everything else, I'm sure you guys already have this. Everyone should have it. Just download the Dragonflight Season 1 Dungeons weak aura from wago.io. If you're going into high keys without that, I mean, that's sus. So highly recommend that. I'd recommend also getting this M+ auto marker. But this is another change I just found out about last night. If you do download this, please make sure that you go to the trigger section, right? And you go to the load. Sorry, excuse me. You go to the load section, and then you want to check this group leader / assist. Go to the drop down bar and select leader. So I had figured out why my auto markers during my keys were getting scuffed is because mine was unchecked and somebody else's in the group, ours were overlapping each other. So there you go. And the markers are actually incredibly important, especially at high keys. Like small things that just kind of throw people through a loop and get us off our rhythm can actually just destroy keys. And especially when you're calling interrupts on markers. Alrighty, next one. Yeah, this one's real simple. Just for a Quaking week, I recommend anyone downloading this Quake CD / interrupt bar. So, yeah, just a little bar. It tells you when the next Quaking is, and then if Quaking's happening, when it's going to go off. It'll make a noise if you're casting during a Quaking that's about to go off. Alright, next one, Throglaive Tracker. I don't know, this is an add-on, like an additional weak aura that I wanted on top of the DH dynamic group weak aura. This will kind of just glow up as well if I'm at 2 stacks of Throglaive. So yeah, alright. So let's see, what else? What else about my UI? Oh yeah, right, of course. My plater profile. That, you know what? Let's just fly around. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it in videos. But basically what I did for that plater profile, I downloaded it from Quasi. If you look him up on YouTube, you look up Quasi Plater, you'll see his video and he explains how the plater profile works. So shout out to Quasi. If somehow for some reason you're seeing this, dude, your plater profile package is completely changed like all keys for me. His plater profile is fantastic because it's customized for this season. Like he has basically gone through every single mob and every single dungeon, categorized them and gave them different colors. So like all casting mobs that have something that needs to be interrupted while killing them, they are purple. Mobs that can't be interrupted but can be stunned and have a really important cast, they're blue. Like think the rallying of the clan on no coup defensive on the first area. And then regular mobs are just red. They don't do anything special. You know, they're just trash, basically. So yeah, it's really great. It helps so much. So yeah, that's that. And I customized it a little bit, so I'll be posting the the link to my quasi plater profile version. You know, myself. So okay. What else? I mean, as far as like macros, there's not really too much you can make. But one thing I would recommend. Oh, these dang droplets are gunning for me. All right. One thing I would recommend making is a focus interrupt macro. And make sure you also make a macro for like focusing your target. So what you'll see me do in a lot of these keys is before the pull even happens, I will see which mobs in the pack using my quasi-plater profile are big casters and have something that need to be interrupted. I will click on them first, target them, and then click this macro here on target focus. And that will put them on my focus real quick, and then I'll, you know, there'll be a main target that we want to kill most of the time. And then I'll target them. And I'll, you know, cleave everything else off the main target. But usually I'll get assigned an interrupt to the focus target. So instead of having to click back over, you know, in all that mess and still trying to dodge everything, instead, all I have to do is just, you know, use focus interrupt. That's it. Just this one button. Just turn to them. Don't even have to change targets real quick. Just click that focus interrupt. Yeah, I don't know. I thought of it just because of, you know, like, if any of y'all ever did, like, tons of arena or anything, you pretty much always have to have a focus interrupt. So, yeah, same thing applies here. It really helps. And it's, you know, it will be a DPS increase, too, if you think about it, because, you know, you're spending less time trying to fiddle around with all that bullshit. Alright, next one. Real simple. This is just a meta that just you press it and it'll be insta and it just goes meta directly where you are. Just one button. You don't need to select where you place it on the ground or anything. Yeah, and the rest of these are pretty much pointless. So yeah, so that's that. I think we're pretty much good then. I think that's everything. Oh no. Here. I should show you my add-ons as well. Gosh, this video is turning out to be long. I'm sorry. I really didn't want it to be, but yeah. Because I feel like so many YouTubers, they just try to farm, I don't know, views or what. Like, some of them are just unnecessarily long. Quasi is actually, shout out to Quasi. All his like tip videos and everything, he makes them as short as possible. Some of them are like 1 minute. His quasi plater one, I think, was like 4 minutes. Just such a gamer. Guy's awesome. Alright. Yeah, let's just go through these real fast. We'll get this done. I have Angry Keystones, Astral Keys. Big debuffs kind of helps because this will show like who interrupted the mob. Like it'll put a big icon next to it, or if they have some sort of big debuff on them. Usually this is used for PvP, but I still use it for keys because it's nice. I use big wigs, boss mods. Well, I don't need this anymore, but I did use block Chinese when I was Horde, because if any y'all know about Illidan, it used to be so bad, man. Anyways, details obviously. Doom cooldown pulse. This will put the icon, you know, in a big like any ability that comes off CD will make a big icon that fades away kind of in the middle of your screen to let you know that something's up. GTFO, that's something everyone has. Little Wigs, something everyone has. Method raid tools, that's just for raiding. This OmniBar thing here, that's just for PvP. You don't have to download that, but this one, OmniCD Party Cooldown Tracker, I 100% recommend every serious key pusher downloading that, because if you don't, and you don't have a way to expect what CDs people have, you know, it's just not going to work in the long run. Like, you don't want to pop all your defensives, all your raid-wide defensives, all at the same time on some trash pack, but you need it on the next one, right? You need to space these things out over a key. And that's what makes it go fast. But anyway, so this OmniCD, also you can customize it. If anyone's familiar with it, you know, you can choose to track any ability for any specific class. And then obviously Plater, Raider IO, and then that's basically it. And then obviously weak auras, yeah. So nothing crazy there. Probably stuff that everyone has. And yeah, I think that's the video. Alrighty, hopefully this helps. You know, I don't have the craziest UI or cleanest UI in the world, but it's functional and it works for me. I always kind of run something like this, and you know, I've been 2.7K some seasons in the past when that was high. I realize this season it's gonna get really, really high, and in some past seasons where there's like 10 or 12 dungeons, you know, that's 2.7 is obviously really low. So not talking about those seasons having 2.7 there. 2.7 when there's like 8 dungeons. Wow, I talked about that way too much. Sorry. Alright. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Or Happy New Year's. And thanks, everybody, once again, who've been watching my videos, have been commenting. Honestly, I didn't expect to get any comments or any new subscribers, but since posting all my Mythic Plus content, I've gotten like 14 subscribers. And that's been really, really awesome to see. I mean, I know it's not much, but like, it's cool that I can just do this, and like, people have been leaving comments saying like, oh, I love your UI, or, you know, thanks for posting this, you know, it's fun watching you play, or asking me questions about builds and everything. It's honestly been really, really fun to do, and I just hope I can continue to do it and reach a wider audience, and, you know, maybe get a little bit more serious about this content creator thing. So anyway, thank you, everyone. See you later.